Hi everyone, this is Lauren with the Regulus Portal. I wanted to do a quick energy checkup and psychic peek at the energies right now. It's a lot lighter than it's been. The last several days, I would say the last 3 days were, just for a lot of anxiety. I was feeling a lot of heaviness, anxiety, pressure, just this like heaviness. Not so much like a Capricorn heaviness or a Saturnine heaviness. It was more like this Piscean, watery, weird heaviness the last 3 days. And then we had the full moon last night. And this morning, the energy just feels completely different. I did a lot of spell work last night. The full moon was happening right, at a good time to do that. And some energy work, and I had some fun with some spirits and stuff like that, some spirit guide type work, and it was, yeah. So I ended up having do it being productive in that way last night during the full moon. I had a strange experience a few nights ago, and it was pretty strange. I woke up and saw something outside of my window that looked like a person, a little glowing person. And I saw it with my eyes. Okay, it was like not a. Usually I see stuff psychically. I have to put myself into a trance state, which I can do very easily. But I normally don't just see something with my eyes. So I woke up, looked out the window, and saw this glowing white. Uh, it was kind of glowing. It was hard. The moon was so bright. I don't know if I don't really even know what I was seeing. I probably should do a psychic read on that. But it was a small, like it was a kind of looked like a small person in white. Uh, and it was a bit almost translucent, which is odd too. Because psychically, I don't see things being translucent very often. If I see a dead person or an entity, they're usually not translucent. So that is very strange to see something translucent. And anyway, but I was seeing it with my actual eyes, it seemed like. And it was out there and it scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, it really startled me. And then it saw, like, it happened very quickly, and it was like it realized that I had seen it, or it was being watched or something, and it like cowered down and kind of ducked behind a bush and then disappeared. And I was kind of watching out the window for a while to see if it came back. By that point I realized it was harmless, but it was just a really strange experience. I'm not surprised. The dreams have been really intense lately. I've been having just a lot of dreams all week that seem to go on for a long time, and they're very detailed, very vivid. And so, anyway, we've seemed to have entered into a whole different energy this morning, which is nice because that was a bit rough. The past 3 days have been a bit rough for me. It was a heavy energy, and we still have the Mercury retrograding, conjuncting Neptune, which is going to last until for a couple more weeks. Actually, until I think it's going to last well into April, the first week of April. After, like I think I said the 5th or 6th. I just looked at that the other day. I think it's like around the 5th, 6th, 7th of April. The Mercury will actually, because it'll go direct on the 28th, but it'll still be conjuncting. So it's actually going to change directions while conjuncting Neptune. And that could turn into a bit of a mess. That can be a bit messy. Just be warned on that. That's around the 27th. So yeah. So we still have this Mercury conjunct in Pisces conjunct Neptune energy going on for a little while. And so we're still going to be dealing with some strange stuff. But at the same time, the energy just feels lighter now. I can deal with strange stuff with a lighter energy, but it was just kind of it was just very very anxiety. There was just a lot of anxiety in the air and some confusion. So I'm going to sit down and look at some of this energy we have going on here. Okay, we have these colorful bubbling, exploding. It's like they're bubbling up out of this gray, smoky energy. It's actually gray. Usually I see this black, smoky energy. It's actually a gray color today. And it looks like actual smoke. So I hope we don't have a fire. I don't know. It actually looks like real smoke. So I nothing can burn here in California. It's too wet and grassy. We have so much wildflower and lush green stuff coming up. I don't think we're susceptible to fires at this time in California, but there's definitely it looks so real. The smoke looks very real. I'll move that out. Okay, so the sense I'm getting is we are in a time of deep transition, for lack of a better word. There's this feeling that something's going on beneath the surface in our subconscious, that there's a really strong subconscious pull right now. There's a really strong undercurrent. It's not, I mean, you could definitely, I mean, I'm planning on being productive, okay, but as far as how do I explain this? So it's hard to get, you can get things done right now, but on a psychic level, there's a lot going on. Our subconscious is very active right now. Our subconscious is being rearranged. There's a something going on this on the subconscious level. So I mean, yeah, you could still get some stuff done, and I'm not gonna, I wouldn't say put your life on hold, but just be aware that the subconscious is rearranging, which could shift how things go anyway. So you could start something and then it could go into a whole different direction anyway, because the subconscious is being shifted. The timelines are shifting. We have kind of a shifting timeline thing going on right now. So there's a lot of and it's all kind of going on behind the scenes, under the surface. And it's like kind of like the wildflowers are getting ready to bloom, or there's seeds germinating beneath the ground kind of vibe. So it's all blooming, but some things are just still, you still can't see them. And you wouldn't like dig up a seed and look at it. Well, I mean, I've done it, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. It'll just let it be, just let it be. Okay, ground, bring in some gold energy. Okay, so I think that's it for today or now. We'll see. It's early, so who knows what I'll come up with later. Okay, everyone. Well, just enjoy the sunny energy that's coming in right now, because it is a much lighter feeling. It does, and spring has sprung, and for the northern hemisphere, we're now in spring officially with the Aries ingress. That is the that's actually when we have spring, when the sun moves into Aries. So everyone in the northern hemisphere have a happy spring, and then again, this in the summer hemisphere, this yeah, southern hemisphere, you're starting to have your fall experience. Okay. Anyway, bye for now, everyone. Have a fabulous day or evening.